So, do I have any Broadway musical fans? Oh, good. You all are going to have a great time in the next 10 minutes. Everybody else, you can start checking your text. I really love Broadway musicals. I do. And one of my favorites of all time is The Phantom of the Opera. And I was listening to the radio not long ago when they were talking to Andrew Lloyd Webber himself, and he said he was writing a sequel to The Phantom of the Opera, which kind of horrified me because generally sequels do not make the original better. But apparently it's done, it's out, they're performing it in England as we speak. It's like Love Never Fails or Mind the Gap or something, I don't know. But I've decided I'm going to write my own sequel, and it's going to be much better than his, and I'm sure he will agree as soon as he starts returning my calls. But the first thing I had to figure out is what would Eric do with himself? That's the Phantom of the Opera's actual name. Read the novel. And his time at the Paris Opera House has got to be over. I mean, with the kidnappings and the murder and all, I think that he really can't go back there. So what's he going to do with himself? And I realized the answer is obvious. He would, of course, become a Wal-mart greeter. And I've actually started writing this play. And if you didn't mind, I was going to share the first song with you. That's okay. I even have a prop that I brought. May it never be said that I don't go full out to entertain. So this is the first song from the Phantom of the Opera 2, Behind the Blue Apron. Welcome to Wal-mart. May I help you find something? We're so glad you're shopping here today. Shoes are over there. We've got ribbons for your hair. My name's Eric. Tell me what you're looking for. And welcome to our giant Wal-mart store. Down that aisle we have soap and lotion and hand cream. Don't forget we now offer layaway. Our t-shirts are 30% off. If you buy 4, we'll give you 1 free. Can you just imagine? No, that cannot be returned. The item's damaged. The box is open. You have no receipt. But now in the version that I'm writing, there's some character development. There's a bit of a story arc, because that's what a good story has. And, you know, Eric has this horrible facial disfigurement. He wears a cape, he runs around singing opera. There's no other place in the world where he could feel at home, but he's at Wal-mart. He's just one of many freaks that you find at Wal-mart at any given time of the day or night. So as I'm writing it, I know that Eric is just going to feel at home, again, just another one of the freaks. And so because he becomes so comfortable in his position, he ends up working in the sales staff. Order now for Christmas, no payment until May. I'm near, happy to guide you. Low price is there beside you. Have you seen our sportswear? New shipment in today. You'll look ever so charming while jogging or while farming. And say you'll shop here with us now and always. Swipe your members club card every day. And say you'll never go to Kohl's or Target. Anything you wish for can come true. Shop here, that's all we ask of you. You know he's going to love it. So that's going to be big. But you might not know that there is another very famous Broadway persona that grew up out of the story that we all know. I'm talking about the cutest little redhead girl that nobody wanted, who refused to let life get her down. And you all know, of course, that I mean Lindsay Lohan. No, I don't. I mean Annie, the cutest little orphan you ever wanted to pick up by her shoulders and shake till her teeth rattle. If you're like me, you've seen Annie about 17 more times than you really wanted to. But you might not know that Annie grew up. Of course, Daddy Warbucks adopted her. She became Annie Warbucks. And her father taught her everything he knew about capitalism and war profiteering. And by the early 50s, Annie had grown up and she had become, not a lot of people know this, she had become the district attorney for the city of Chicago. And it's, I was watching a History Channel show where I learned all of this. She was very, very good. And she became the prosecuting attorney, of course, and she was instrumental in seeing some of the worst criminals and mobsters that dark city had to offer put behind bars. But at the same time, she tried very hard to bring her own special brand of sunshine and lightness to the dark recesses of the Chicago City courtroom. And I was going to get a red curly wig for this bit, but a couple weeks ago, going through a closet, I found some shreds of dignity. Maybe next time. But anyway, Annie Warbucks, Chicago D.A. 25 to life for you. 25 to life for you. Instead of kisses, you'll get struck. Instead of sweetness, you'll get beat up. 25 to life. That was close. No one thinks it was not premeditated. No one buys temporarily insane. We all know this is one man that you hated. That's why you put the ice pick in his brain. And again, records indicate that even after a successful prosecution, when she had succeeded in taking one of the monsters off the streets and putting him behind bars forever, if it was possible, Annie would make a point of sitting down with the convicted and just trying to encourage them about the life that they would be facing behind bars. Betcha they're nice, betcha they're fun, bet they won't shoot you, we took all their guns, betcha they serve your favorite soup, I hear you shower as one happy group. So maybe you'll get shipped, and maybe you will die. Cellmate be calling you baby. Maybe. She wasn't very good at it. But Annie's shining moments, the pinnacle of her career, came in the trial of Veni Vidi Vici Marciano, the famed Chicago mobster. And there are eyewitness reports, and across the board it's unanimous that it was her closing arguments that put that mobster away for good. And I've done extensive research so that I could bring the entirety of those closing arguments to you today. And for those of you who are fans of the musical anthem, Annie, this is the moment you've been waiting for since I started this bit. They're gonna convict tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow you'll get hung. Just thinking about tomorrow makes me so glad I'm the one to tell you that you're done. This city should be safe from your oppression. So they appointed me to be DA. Oh, they're gonna convict tomorrow. It'll be unanimous tomorrow. So